Wow, I have not uploaded a battle video in a long time. So to help me out with that, the intern himself, Makar, graciously offered to have a 4 versus 4 single with me so that we could, maybe actually finish and not get cut out by Wi-Fi to see how that goes. And so here it is. I haven't battled in a long time, so we're going to start out with one of Team Mega's captains, Bass. And he's got Baltimore Oriole Duck over there. He says to me in the Zat that, cool, that's something I can set up on, so I know he's going to set up. And Muscle Banded Thunder Punch isn't quite strong enough to one-hit KO a farfetch'd at full life. So I don't know if he had Sash anyway, but I was kind of kicking myself for taking off the Choice Band and putting on Muscle Band, because now he's going to get to live. And I check his base speed to make sure he's faster, and yep, he is. So now I do a damage calc to see. I don't know what his best attack is going to be. I'm going to assume Aerial Ace. I don't think there's a stronger flying move that Farfetch'd can learn. Like I don't know if he gets Brave Bird or not, but I just went with Aerial Ace on my damage calc. And if he Brave Birds anyway, he's dead. So, and if he's got Life Orb, he's also dead. So I just went with a non-Life Orb. Obviously, he's not Choice Banded. Aerial Ace. I figure I'll take about 80 to 90%. And yep, that's what I take. I live with a decent amount of hit points there, and I'm able to Dragon Claw him in case he wanted to switch out for whatever purpose. And in comes Salamence, which is, cool. I'll be faster this turn. There's a lot of stuff he can do, obviously. Mostly afraid of Dragon Dance, but I'm going to go ahead and Dragon Claw, see how much it can do. And it actually does quite a lot. I was sort of surprised. It looks like it might actually be a 2-hit KO without Intimidate. But it's not without Intimidate. It is with Intimidate. And this is 4 versus 4, so I didn't bring any walls, because I wanted this fight to go over with quick. And so I've got this guy with Dragon Claw. I do have a Starmie with Ice Beam, and I don't know, that might live a hit. But I gotta let Bass go for right now. I definitely can't have anything try to live 2 hits, and I see he takes some damage. Thank goodness he went from green to yellow, so I did notice Life Orb. And I'll go ahead and go to Starman and see if maybe it can live a hit and fire back an Ice Beam, which would definitely kill. And somehow I forgot that Salamence could learn Outrage. I'm not really sure why, but the Nut Rage comes and kills Starman, so that's not good. Not looking good. And I've got 2 guys left, neither of whom I think can really take an Outrage, but I go to my Legendary Bird first, because I'm like, it's a Legendary Bird. It's not that much different from Zapdos. Surely it can take a hit, right? When in reality, I should have went to my other guy first. Because if I was going to be, in case he got a 2-turn Outrage, and, maybe I can get some Confusion Hacks on him and try to come back from that, I'd rather have that guy who can switch attacks than this guy who's Choice Banded. I think this, or not Banded, Scarfed. This is my Toxic Spikes one, but I brought it as a backup dude to use Ice Punch and whatnot. But, he's not going to be able to live Outrage either, so Dragon Dance is rather strong, and I lose this one, but we come back and we do a 3v3 doubles, just like the library tournaments that Xerxes went to. And I figured, the Rotom Vire thing is kind of classy in doubles, so we're going to go with that, or classy or classic. But I don't want to do Rotom, I don't have a Rotom, so I go with Falzer. I actually tutor Discharge onto him, because I'm like, that'll be cool. And this is my English name, Falzer, which I think has like HP Water or something. No, I forget what he has. But anyway, he pretty much just makes my entire first turn pointless here. He's got a Scarf Mamoswine that's going to take out Falzer, and he also switches in a Shedinja, which obviously avoids Earthquake, and is also going to avoid Discharge. So it does. So the first turn I get absolutely nothing except one of my dudes dead. So this is not looking good. But I send in Beat, and I know he must be Scarfed. Obviously, he's got to be Scarfed. So he has to switch out the Swine. And I'm going to go for Heat Wave and Air Slash to definitely kill that Shedinja. So I see Shedinja gets knocked back by the Heat Wave, but it dodged anyway. So explain that one to me. Critical hit, totally makes up for it. And Will-O-Wisp, as inconsequential as it would have been, also misses. Would have been some residual damage, but whatever. And so now I've got Little Onion Duck, Baltimore Orioles for the win over there. And this guy's Shedinja, so okay, like, Heat Wave's not going to miss on both guys, right? So it's going to kill whoever it hits, and then Air Slash is going to mop up whatever's left. And turns out it doesn't have to mop up whatever's left. So the Swine comes back in, and I know it's Scarfed, but I'm thinking, Mamoswine doesn't have that strong ice moves. It's like, what, Ice Fang's his best one? And Stone Edge is on stab, and it's not boosted, it's just choice band and probably adamant, or scarfed, maybe adamant, but wow, it still takes Falzer out in one shot. So, uncool. I was fully expecting him to live that. I couldn't believe it wasn't a crit. Aura Sphere, however, is going to deal considerable damage to him, and now I have to hope that this either misses or doesn't crit, and can Beat live better than a Legendary Bird? Yes, he can! Beat is amazing. And Makar was hoping for Aura Sphere miss, but that's not going to happen because Beat is too accurate with his Aura Spheres, as most things are. So that was a nice comeback win after that first turn. I was like, oh wow, this was not going well at all, but then it completely turned around because of Beat. Beat's amazing. So good games, Makar, and hope I have some more battles up soon. Later days.